Alright, today we're going to be preparing bucatini pasta. I have 12 ounces of bucatini pasta, pepper flakes, a half a red bell pepper, half a zucchini, half a yellow squash, sun-dried tomatoes, fresh garlic cloves, fresh Parmesan cheese, and basil leaves. And then you're also going to use salt and pepper to taste. Get a pot of water. You want to use a covered saute pan. You don't want to use these large pots here, okay? Because you're going to use about 3 gallons of water. It's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes to get hot. This will work a lot faster. More surface space, less water, boils in about 5 minutes. Much better for this than these large pans here that they have, these stock pots. Okay. Okay, get your broccoli, and actually if you'd like you can actually peel off the outer layer of the skin. This way you can salvage most of it. Just like that. Then you can cut these into florets, break them out into small little bite-sized pieces, and then you can actually use the stems as well. So again, just break these down into bite-sized pieces. This you could use, cut this end off. And this is perfectly edible here. Set these aside. And you can cut these really thin. And there you go. Get some ice water ready along with the spider so you can strain out your broccoli spears. After your water has come to a boil, add your broccoli in there. Literally it's going to take about a minute. Again, make sure you have your cold water ready. So what we're doing is we're blanching this broccoli and then we're going to shock it in ice water to stop the cooking process. This is a step you'll be doing for your practical when you do your chicken breast. You'll be doing either a broccoli spear or some kind of green vegetable like green beans. Okay, you can remove it. Let me put this right back here. Add it into the ice water. Put this back on. Shouldn't take more than a minute or two to get it back to a rolling boil. Now you can remove the broccoli after it's completely cooled. Place it in a bowl. If you need to add more ice for your pasta. After the water comes to a rolling boil, add your bucatini pasta right in using your tongs. Stir it up. Make sure that the water completely covers the pasta. If you want to use a lid, you can. This will work fine as long as you keep your water level above the pasta. You should be good. And just give it a little stir just to get it going. And this should take anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. After about 10 minutes, you could put it in your ice water. If you you can use your tongs, or if you want, strain it. You can strain it, but reserve some of your pasta water because you're going to be using that. Okay, so strain it into another bowl. And we're cooking this what they call al dente, which means to the tooth, because we're actually going to cook it again. And that will cook it up thoroughly. So just make sure you get all of it. And then it's into your ice water there. For the garlic butter, combine 2 ounces of softened butter, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of grated Parmesan cheese, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and a pinch of ground paprika. Then you get a couple of French rolls or hoagie rolls. Cut them in half. Make sure your knife is sharp, otherwise you'll need to use a serrated knife. Get your garlic butter, place on the roll. You could also top it with Parmesan. There is Parmesan already in here. Just like this. There you go. You're going to place this in a 425 degree oven, or you can put it under the broiler. Okay, if you put it under the broiler, it shouldn't take you more than maybe 2 minutes, and then you're basically toasting. And this is what your garlic bread will look like after you place it in an oven, roughly a 425 degree oven for 5 to 8 minutes, or you can go under the broiler, and the broiler will only take roughly about 2 minutes. Okay, I've got everything assembled here, all my mise en place. I got my broccoli again already blanched, and then I shocked it. I got some fresh Parmesan Reggiano, I got some yellow squash, I got some zucchini, some basil, fresh basil, and we got our bell pepper. So we're going to go ahead and start slicing everything up. Again, go ahead and slice up your sun-dried tomatoes, you get your zucchini any way you want to do them. You can go in halves. Place them on the board. Got your zucchini. Again, these have already been washed. Bell pepper, take out the seeds, just like that. You do want to remove the ribs also. So what I like to do is I'll cut the ends, then I'll run the knife. So we take out all the ribs so they look really nice. And then I like to cut them in half here. We got this nice little batonnet. Same with these. You want to take out the ribs. So it's just the white, the whites are not showing. For your basil, you're going to do what they call a chiffonade. So you're basically going to, and it basically means ribbons. So you'll put them together, you'll roll them up, and you cut them into what they call ribbons, meaning chiffonade. And there's your chiffonade. Okay, first thing you want to do is you're going to get your olive oil into a medium-high pan. Okay, place it in there. Add your garlic. And again, don't burn it. Add a little chili flake to that. Then you can add your vegetables. Again, add them all in. Get that all in there. And all you're going to do is get these vegetables till they're kind of soft. Okay, so once you get it nice and soft, you can toss it around. If you want, you can use a rubber spatula. If you have a non-Teflon pan, aluminum pan, you could actually use your tongs. Okay, so you want to get that nice and softened. Okay. Then you can add your broccoli. Okay, then you're going to get your pasta. Add it in, this beautiful bucatini. Again, or use this. You have this beautiful color. That broccoli stays nice and vibrant green. Those vegetables are cooked perfectly. Then you're going to add your pasta water. Bring it up high. Okay, let that cook through. And then you're going to season with salt and pepper. Again, taste it before you add your salt and pepper because you are putting it in salted water. Your pasta is slightly salted already. So double check. And then also your Parmesan cheese is also salted. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Then at the very end, we add our chiffonade of basil. And then your Parmesan cheese right at the very end here. And then just toss it around. And there you have it. Okay, for the plate presentation, go ahead and place your pasta into your bowl. Then get your vegetables, place them in there, make sure you have that nice contrast of color. Okay. Then I like to hit it with a little more parm. I'm going to top it off with the sprig of fresh basil. And there you have it. Bucatini Pasta Primavera.